What's up, everybody? J-Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire, as always, spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. All right, so the subject is boxing, and I'm staying with my last topic in boxing, which was Gervonta Tank Davis. Tank got a fight against Lamont Roach from the DMV Saturday. Make sure you tune in, big time. Lamont getting the opportunity of a lifetime. Now, he's fought against Tank before in the amateurs. He's familiar with him. He feels like he's got a real shot here. Personally, I want to focus more on Tank, but I want to congratulate Lamont for getting the opportunity. Tank had an interview recently talking about his skill set and his talent level, and how at his weight of 135 and anybody that's below or above, or at least like within his range, I'm not talking about heavyweights and stuff like that, but like, 140, 130, that he has the best talent and skill set, period. Nobody can see him. And he went as far as to compare himself to Floyd Mayweather for a second, as though he thought he had a better talent and skill set than Floyd. He took that back, walked it back, but not in so much a way as I was wrong, but more so maybe me and Floyd are tied. That was interesting to me because it leads me back to my last video. Make sure you check it out. Tank definitely feels a certain way about his skill set, and he should. Just like Lamont should feel he can go take Tank in this fight coming up. Two things can be true. One, Lamont feels like he can win this fight. Two, Tank feels like my skill set is that of Floyd Mayweather, if not better. But again, back to my last video, Tank gotta prove it. He hasn't fought scrubs, just like Lamont isn't a scrub. But the difference between him and Floyd, since he invoked his name, Floyd, one of the big bragging points he'll give you is he fought the most of any world champion as far as fighting the most world champions. He's had the most title fights. And when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, nobody doubted his resume at all. As Money Mayweather, at times there was a little something left to be desired by some. Thought he was picking and choosing at times, not all the time, but sometimes. But regardless, his overall resume as a fighter is impeccable, and he has reason to think he's the greatest of all time, and Floyd does. But he has the resume to show it. Tank, there's guys out there. There is Lomachenko, Timofeo Lopez, Devin the Dream Haney, Keyshawn Davis, and Shakur Stevenson, to name a few, that are fights where if Tank get in the ring with him, you're going to have more people who feel like he can get taken. Every time Tank steps in the ring, he is expected to win. You don't see him in too many 50-50 fights. That's strategic by his team. I don't blame him. It's about money. He's a prize fighter, and you fight for the prizes, and you're trying to hold on to your prize. I get it. But for legacy, we need to see a little bit more, and these guys are out here and available. Some compromises have to be made. They might got to take a little less money because he's the cash cow, that being Tank. Tank might need to give them a little pinch more than what he might want to give them, because they bring a great fight for the public and the fans. Both can be true, but he has to do that in order for those statements he makes, like when he says his talent level is so elite, to be valid. He's a power puncher with both hands, can fight on his back foot. He's a boxer and a puncher. Not saying he's not great, but your resume and your career speaks for itself, and we need to see a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. I'm expecting him to beat Lamont, hopefully not knock out Lamont. But I think Lamont, hey, I'm not saying he don't got a boxer's puncher's chance, but that would be an upset for sure. Whereas if he fought Shakur Stevenson, if Shakur beat him, I wouldn't be in shock. I'd be like, hey, Shakur is a quality fighter, and I can see that. Not to say I wouldn't feel the same if Tank beat him or dropped him or knocked him out. But I would love to see it. That's the thing. And I think a lot of other fans would too. So that's my 2 cents again on Tank. But check out the fight regardless, because Lamont, he can fight. He's from the DMV, so I'm very looking forward to seeing how he reps for the area. And Tank puts on the show, no doubt. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you're looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Find me on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok.